to begin seemingly bigger and better things. Many of you have been here since Prep 1, and now 10 years later, you're ready to move on to the next chapter of your lives. And while that's perfectly natural, I'm here to take a moment to remind you to look back at what you've just been a part of. As of today, you're joining a very special club. You'll be alumni of Alma Franklin School. And while that probably doesn't mean very much to you now, as you move through your lives, you're going to meet people that hear you attended Alma Franklin, and that will instantly conjure an image in their mind. It'll instantly frame you in a different light. And they'll realize what values are instilled in you. Today, you enter into this special, tight-knit community. Some of my oldest friends, people I met here 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, I met here in these classrooms. Friends I still keep in contact with today. These are people I used to run and play dodgeball with, or Four Corners, or freeze tag, or its advanced version, TV freeze tag, where you had to name your favorite TV show before you got tagged. You couldn't sing it. These people are now Fulbright scholars, successful physicians, teachers, Peace Corps volunteers, lawyers, athletes, engineers, soldiers, musicians, business people, scientists. And soon enough, you will be too. Though they all worked very hard to get to where they are today, it is without a doubt in my mind that their success stories all had origins that began right here. And this is in large part due to the people who are the fixtures of this community, the teachers and staff. These are the people who help form who I am. And whether you believe it or not, they help shape and form who you are too. A lot of the major lessons I learned that I'll carry the rest of my life, I learned here at EFS. Whether it was Tom Ryan, Debbie Clark, and Pete Johnson, emphasizing the importance of sportsmanship, learning about computers and technology from Tom Jordan, seeing that math could actually be useful and sometimes fun from Lauren Jacoby, Dee Drew, demonstrating that history always repeats itself, developing my love of science from Diane Evans, who in the 3rd grade let us play with crayfish and hatch baby chickens. The importance of knowledge of foreign language and different cultures from Mary Grace Papagni. My love of reading from Sue Benjamin. Mr. Ziggy, teaching me how to properly paddle a canoe during outdoor ed. Now, I know I left out a ton of people, and I want to apologize for that, but the point I'm trying to make is that these people left an indelible mark on their students, not just in the classroom, but outside as well. Whether it was taking time out of their lives to coach after-school sports, or after ski club, waiting with a certain 6th grader until after 10 p.m. because his mother was caught at work. This is the dedication of the faculty and staff of EFS. This isn't just a job for them. They are every bit as invested in your formation as your parents. And when I was sitting in those seats, I didn't recognize or appreciate that. But 16 years later, I get it. And I hope before you leave this building today, you get it too. I mentioned before how you're becoming alumni and you'll enter into a group that has a certain distinction. And I know from your standpoint that probably is a little hard to understand. What does it really mean to be part of an alumni community? So I'll give you an example. A few years ago, I was working as a design engineer for a medical device company in San Diego. And as part of the design process, we'd have to interact with the surgeons and get their input on how to design surgical instruments. And we're at this conference, and I'm discussing a system that's about to launch, in a few months. And afterwards, we're making small talk, and the surgeon asked, "So, where are you from?" "I'm from Buffalo." "Really? Okay." And of course, the first thing he asked is, "Where did you go to school?" "I went to UB for my undergrad and my master's." "Oh, that's cool. Where did you go to high school?" "Canisius." "Really? My son is there." "Where'd you go before that?" "Alma Franklin." "What? All my kids went there." And then I mentioned how I'm going to medical school the following year, and he's like, "Hey, if you ever need anything, make sure to let me know, anything about surgery, give me a call, I'll send you with a rotation, here's my number, blah, blah, blah." So that's one of the perks of being an alumnus. But there's something else you should know about the alumni, the group you're about to join. They are the caretakers of this great school. I know it's been a tough time for EFS the past few months. The school was undergoing some sweeping changes that in the fabric of the institution was in flux. Certain fixtures of the culture that make EFS a unique and special place to be were changing. And when that became evident, the involvement and outpouring of support from the alumni was incredible. That's a testament of how important EFS is to their lives. This isn't just a school. This isn't just a group of random people. This is more than just a community. This is a family. I want to shift gears a little bit here. And as somebody who is a professional student, I want to emphasize the importance of education. Now, that's not to say most of you should go to school until you're nearly 40. It's not for everyone, trust me. There are plenty of ways of being successful that don't involve training for nearly 20 years. But I digress. I can't even begin to describe how lucky all of you are. How fortunate you have been to have had such great exposure, to have had such amazing experiences as part of your formative years. When I talk about my childhood and I say, yeah, in middle school we used to take half day off on Wednesdays and go skiing. Or, oh yeah, we had outdoor education in middle school. We went to Algonquin Park in Canada for 5 days. Or, yeah, we used to go to Quebec City, in 6th and 7th grade for the weekend. These are all amazing experiences that most don't have, that I just took for granted. And while these excursions were really fun for us, it was more than just about traveling to cool places with your friends. It was about developing life skills, becoming responsible. Now, I don't think they do this anymore. Like I said, EFS used to take 6th and 7th graders to Quebec City for the weekend in the summer. And when we would get there, and the chaperones would be like, okay, here's the hotel. We're meeting back here at such and such time. Go wander and explore Quebec City. And we did. And looking back at it now, I'm thinking, did they really just drive 600 miles from home and turn loose 12 and 13-year-olds in the streets of Quebec City? Yes, they did. And speaking of learning responsibility, I have one little story to tell you about a personal lesson of responsibility that I learned here, the hard way, twice. Your time for a story? Alright, so the first year I went to Quebec City, I was in 6th grade. And before we got to Canada, we made a pit stop someplace north of Syracuse. I'm not really sure where. But anyway, we got to Quebec, and I realized I don't have my wallet on me. And everyone's going around searching for it and trying to backtrack to see where I could have put it. Now, keep in mind, all the money I have for this entire weekend is gone. It's in this wallet. And not even 6 hours into the trip. Long story short, turns out during that pit stop, we went to get some fast food. I ordered my food, put the wallet on my tray, ate my food, and when I went to go clear my garbage, cleared the tray, and along with it went my wallet. So, mystery solved. Lesson learned, right? No, not quite. The following year, in 7th grade, I went to Quebec, and at the end of the first day, my wallet went missing again. At least this time I made it into Canada. Although to this day, I still don't know where it is. And I remember the look on Madame Pagny's face when she realized for the second year in a row that I lost my wallet within 12 hours of the Buffalo. It was sort of this we can't take him anywhere. That kind of look. And what was even worse was that she had to explain to my mom, again, for the second year in a row what her son had done. The point of the story is I never lost my wallet ever again. This is a very important lesson I had to learn here at EFS. Twice. Anyway, back to the speech. What was I saying? Oh yeah, how lucky you guys are. When I come back to Buffalo, I always try to make time to visit EFS. A lot of my friends say, wait a minute, you're going to go visit your elementary and middle school? Is that a lot of it, I think? And my response is no, not at all. Going back to EFS is like going home. When you're enrolled here, you don't have a full understanding of the impact it's teachers here care immensely for their students. They see the potential that exists within each person. They work tirelessly to make us aware of what we're capable of. And most importantly, they create a culture and an environment in which learning and striving for your best isn't just encouraged, it's expected. A few months ago, some of my friends were talking about how it was cool they saw these second graders, and they were looking on Twitter, and they were correcting the spelling and grammar of the tweets players at the Super Bowl. And when I looked into it further, I was, happy and proud to see that they were, Owen Franklin School students. I used to work in a lab, the Toshiba Stroke Research Center, which used to be in the University of Buffalo South Campus, and it's now located in the Gates Vascular Institute, which is in downtown Buffalo. And I was talking to a few friends of mine who still work in the lab, and they were talking about how they just given a tour to a group of 8th graders and showed them all their projects. And I was like, oh, where'd they come from? Lo and behold, Owen Franklin School, again. These are the kinds of innovative learning experiences, learning techniques, and the great exposure that you had while you were part of this school. The types of experiences people only dream of having, you had. My medical school, Albert Einstein College of Medicine, is located in the Bronx. Now, I know most of you have heard that, and I'm like, really? The Bronx? Yes, the Bronx. Contrary to popular belief, it's actually a nice place to live. However, like anywhere else, it does have its fair share of problems, particularly in education. Can any of you guess what the graduation rate is from Bronx area high schools? 57%. 57. So that means more than 4 in 10 kids don't finish high school, don't go to college, aren't prepared to deal with the challenges of the 21st century economy. And as a result, many have to struggle to get ahead. Some even struggle to make ends meet, to survive. Statistically, more than 4 in 10 will have much poorer health. They'll be more likely to be homeless, more likely to go to prison. And much of this is largely due to the fact that many of them didn't have quality education. These are some facts I didn't know when I sat in those seats not too long ago. But as time has passed, I now realize how lucky I was to have such great opportunities. Many of those opportunities happen here. There's a high school not too far away from the Einstein campus, about 3 or 4 blocks away. And a few months ago, I was invited to speak at an after-school program for about an hour. Now, I had some time between experiments, so I decided to head over and talk to the students about how to succeed in college. And for the most part, I boiled down to the same things you've been told since you were here at home. Make a plan for yourself, manage your time wisely, and work hard towards your goals. That's it. And while most of them understood these concepts, a lot of them didn't have friends or family that ever went to college. Most of them had never had an example that was set for them. The concept of post-secondary education was mentioned, but I could tell it wasn't as heavily emphasized as it was for me or my classes when I was their age, or for you, and I'll prove it to you. How many of you thought about what college you'd like to go to? Raise your hands. Raise them high. See? Almost all of you. Now, think about that. Most of you already know you're going to college. And not only just you're going, but what college you'd like to go to. It has already been instilled in you to think 4 years down the road, if not farther. That, for the most part, you've already taken as a given. This mentality, this expectation of great success that has been bestowed upon you is already paying off more than you know. Don't want to get that? Over their lifetime, college graduates tend to earn more than 80% from their high school counterparts. Statistically, they live 8 to 9 years longer. And not only that, children of college graduates tend to perform better in school. So you see the cycle here, right? Whether you know it or not, the path you've been set on, probably since before you can remember, will give you a much, much better chance of living a more comfortable and fulfilling life. As time has passed since my graduation from EFS, I saw more and more how fortunate I was. And as a result, I became more compelled to help those who weren't as privileged. And as you move forward in life, I ask that you too make an effort to help those around you. Chances are, in 15 years, you're not going to remember who your commencement speaker is, and that's fine. I don't remember this name. But if there's one thing that I hope you do take from this speech, it's this. You're all very bright, very talented, and very motivated individuals. Make the most of what has been given to you. Make the most of what you've worked so hard to accomplish, not just by bettering yourselves and your families, but also make a concerted effort to give back to your community. As you blaze a trail forward, you must always strive to elevate those who are behind you. You all have far too many gifts to spread the wealth. Lastly, remember the community that you're joining. You're now Elmwood Franklin alumni. Remember what that means. In the future, remember the teachers and staff who help you achieve your goals. Before you leave here, remember to thank your parents for caring to invest in you, the future of our society. Remember to take the time to help those who are less fortunate. The reward is far greater than you can ever imagine. Now, take a look at your classmates. All right, look around at each other. Remember to keep in contact with each other. These people will be your oldest friends. It'll be tough to stay in contact, but I'm pretty sure you all got Facebook, right? It's probably not that tough. Remember to come back and try to visit the school. They love when you do. And most of all, remember this. Though you may leave Elmwood Franklin today, Elmwood Franklin will always be a part of you. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Elmwood Franklin.